Hi, this is Suvarna with a video for the Coding Kids crew on Visual Studio Code. In this video, we will be installing and getting familiar with Visual Studio Code IDE for Python. In the last video, we had installed Python and learned to execute the commands in Python shell. You must have noticed that in Python shell, we were writing only one line at a time. So here we need some editor where we can write the piece of code in one go. In Windows, there is a text editor called Notepad. So let's open Notepad first. Once again, go to your taskbar and in search field, type in Notepad and hit enter. This opens up Notepad. Let me zoom in just a little bit more. You can write your source code here in Notepad. Notepad is actually a pretty powerful app. So right here, just like we did in the previous example, we'll write print hello. Welcome to the Coding Kids crew. Now, to run this program, you need to save it in an appropriate file type. So, go to File, Save As. This opens up the Save As prompt. I want it to be a Python file and extension for Python file is .py. So save it as hello.py. To run the file, open the command prompt. Command to run Python file is Python. It tells the computer that it needs to run Python file. So we'll write Python. Now you can drag and drop the file here. This is really a cool trick where you can get the location of the file by simply dragging and dropping the file. Hit enter and we get the output over here in command prompt. So what exactly happened here is Python went through the code, interpreted it and printed it here. Wow! Congratulations! You wrote your first code and also ran it. You are doing good. Now you know some of the basics of writing and running Python code. Okay, we wrote the code in Notepad and executed it and it worked fine. But that's not the correct way to write code because Notepad doesn't give any spell check, grammar check, autocorrection or suggestions. I know you can do it on your own, but it needs a lot more work. So here we need IDE, that is Integrated Development Environment, which will make our work a lot more easy and efficient. There are many IDEs that you can choose from like Spider, PyDev, PyCharm, Visual Studio, etc. So here we are going to have Visual Studio because this works really well with Python for me. So let's get Visual Studio. Go to the link code.visualstudio.com/download. I'll also give the link in the description below. You can use that. Choose operating system that you have. Choose the stable build. Once the download completes, down in the bottom left hand corner, click on the exe. Click on accept the agreement and then click on next. I would recommend checking all of these different boxes. Click next. Click on install. This will take a couple of seconds and install Visual Studio Code on your computer. Once done, click on launch Visual Studio Code and click on finish. This will take us to the welcome screen of Visual Studio. Before starting using VS Code for Python, we need to do few things. On the left hand side, there's an icon for extensions. Click on it and here in the search box type Python. We want to install Python extension here. You will see Python at the very top. You will get install button over here to install it if you don't have installed it. Next we need Python that we have just installed as our interpreter for Visual Studio. On your keyboard press Ctrl, Shift and P at the same time. That will open up this screen. Now type Python : select interpreter. Select same from the list and hit enter. Now I can select my interpreter. Here we are done with the settings and we are all set to start writing code. First, we'll quickly understand the structure of VS Code. Up here you got menu. If you click on file, you can open new file, folder, or create new file, save, etc. So first icon over here is folder icon. Clicking on it, folder structure will get open, and clicking again will close it. This is the workspace where you can write your code. So to start with, we will open our hello.py file here in Visual Studio Code. Go to file, click on open file, search for your file and click open. This is the same file which we wrote in Notepad. Now as you see in VS Code, you will immediately see some of the advantages of writing code in VS Code. First thing is it's showing us the line numbers. VS Code helps you to be instantly productive with syntax highlighting, bracket matching, auto indentation, box selection, snippets and much more. To run the code, you have various options. Number 1, right click in workspace, go to run file in terminal. It will open up the terminal and show the output. Second way is to go to the view menu, open terminal, give a command python and file name hello.py and you'll see the output. Third way is to click on play icon right here in the right top corner. This will also run the file in the terminal. Now let's say we want to start on a fresh project. So we will create a fresh folder and start collecting required files in the same folder. So first simply create a folder in your system. Now open VS Code, click on file menu, open folder, search for folder and click open. You can see it here. Click on new file icon to add file in the same folder. Name it giving .py extension. Click on file, it will get open in workspace. Start writing code in the file and run it. Well done. So here we are all set to proceed with the basics of Python language. Let's learn them in the next video. See you guys. Thank you for watching.